How's it going, folks? Jack here with another video, and the good folks at Fat Sharks, with the blessing of the Emperor, have graced us with a whole new cinematic trailer in 4K. So we're going to check this out, and I'm possibly doing a little bit of a breakdown. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The Void.
It is the 41st millennium.
Yep.
For 10,000 years, the Imperium has dominated the galaxy.
You need to remember the lines. There's only war.
There is only war.
Oh. What is this? A warp
Every
jump?
human soul, from the most highborn lord to the most basic servitor, is dedicated to the service of the God Emperor of mankind.
Oh, that's a nice frigate.
The Imperium's battle fleets and armies, from the conscripted soldiers of the Astra Militarum to the elite space marines of the Adeptus Astartes, keep humanity safe from alien threats and cosmic horrors beyond imagining. But there is another war. It is the one in which I serve.
Wait. Doesn't she look strikingly similar to the one from Owlcat's Rogue Traders? Oh, the warp zipping. Nice. Oh god, we rarely get to see
Our war
this.
is not one of battlefields and fleet engagements. It is waged by the dedicated agents of the Imperial Inquisition.
See that
It is
Hive
fought
city?
in the cities and hives of the Imperium. In the back streets and the forgotten sublevels.
Yeah.
In hive cities like Tertian.
We are surrounded! Don't get overrun!
These are the four blokes from the first trailer, aren't they? At least they look similar to them.
For if the Inquisition fails,
Uh-oh. Behind you.
if we fail, the Imperium falls with us.
That's sick! That's amazing. Oh my god. I just want to point out one thing before we get into that breakdown. How often have we been given a shot like this in a 40k game? I think that I can count on one hand how many times I've got to see a Hive city, like in its full grandeur. Like Necromunda on the Hive has that intro scene that shows exactly how Necromunda is. I don't know so much if Hive Gun had that. Did it? No, it was already in the Undercity. But then we have the new Space Marine 2 trailer that was showcased that had a massive spire that one could see. What else? What else? Battlefleet Gothic, does that count? We got to see Cadia, I guess. But I suppose that's it, right? The rest is just animated stuff that I was thinking of, like the Inquisitor, Lord Inquisitor thing that was rendered by Erasmus Bordeaux. Yeah, we rarely get to see this. That's just wonderful. It just shows you how massive the scale of 40k is, which, by the way, we can see from the very beginning of this trailer.
It is the 41st millennium.
So as we just fly through the galaxy, the wonderful nebulae, we get to see some of the satellite moons, all possible planets, and then you see this frigate, which are like, most of the Imperial ship do have this kind of bayonet-like look, but frigates are not that big. They tend to range from like 1.5 to 2 kilometers. I think that for example, a Firestorm frigate which are the popular ones that I've got to learn from since I played Demon Hunters, Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. It really got me invested into knowing like the size of the strike cruisers, which was the specific type of ship that you had in that game. Of course, Battlefield Gothic, I've just been too bad and not diligent enough to finish that game. The rounds are long, but in Battlefield Gothic you also get to know some of the stats on the ships. But yeah, this a Firestorm frigate, it's usually around 1.8 kilometers long with like 22,000 crew members. So they're massive ships. And all of that just going through the warp to pop out in another destination, the classical interdimensional travel. But as you can see, they're rolling down all of these protections here. If any of you managed to, if you so wanted to, subscribe to Warhammer Plus, there was this show there called Angels of Death, where we also got to see something similar to this. This specifically is usually, because it is not an absolute, it's done so to protect people from seeing the horrors of the warp. But it doesn't guarantee you that. In some of the books that you will read, I showcased last time Darkness in the Blood, right? From the Blood Angels book. Like, even though you may have some massive psychers, powerful psychers that are going to shield your ship, and even with a Gala field, there's still a possibility for you to be affected or witnessing the warp which is seeping through. Then we got just the crew members here with the Inquisition insignia, and they are preparing for battle, or perhaps just getting ready to jump into battle as soon as they land. I love all the renders here. Like, the game itself looks pretty, but I really love when they do such a good job in the cinematics. And our good old tech priest spreading the incense. There's just something always cool about the Mechanicus doing the whole ritualistic stuff. And if you notice here, I caught that just for a quick moment, that is one of the playable characters, or at least the one from the trailer that was showcased. With this, of course, being our Zealot character. We, of course, have the veterans as well. And if you notice right here in the background, we have our Ogreen boy there. And they're all strapping in, and this guy is just stressed. I like how they keep it consistent on every frame. The navigator with the third eye, which allows them to perceive a psychic light called the Astronomicon, something that is projected by the Emperor of Mankind as like a North Star, so that they can find their way out of the warp. And I love these guys' garms. They're awesome, with the mustache and everything. But this lady right here, because neither of those two, which are clearly of high status, are wearing any inquisitorial insignia, I'm going to assume that these are rogue traders. And for the uninitiated, being a rogue trader is just about the best job that you can have in the Imperium. It gives you nearly unlimited rights and access to just about anything within the Imperium of Man. And of course, their jobs in returns will be something like investigation, trading and exploration, which it seems that they are aiding here with the transport of these soldiers to this world of Tertium. And especially because she looks very similar to the lady from the Owlcat cinematic, or not cinematic, but gameplay reveal trailer that we got to see during Comic-Con. And you can see the tendrils from the warp sipping in, and this guy almost losing it. And then again, just to showcase that it doesn't matter how prepared you are, right? You are clinging to your sanity. And this small bit of thing here that I got to learn again through playing Demon Hunters, which is that with the use of psychic abilities, sometimes there are like residue that affects the environment. Not just through the abilities themselves, but like the air, for example, will be condensed. You'll see like huge temperature drops out of nowhere. Like, for example, the ice here, the frost being set on the metal and such. Sometimes there's also burning. Like, it varies from situation to situation. But it kind of like that trope that is sometimes used in Hollywood movies to depict the manifestation of like poltergeist, you know. It's always the cold, like the breath of people turn colder, like this one here, you get the vapor and all. But yeah, that's just very cool. And that beast is very similar to the same thing that we see at the end, right? Wearing those metal. It's almost like he got to see like a premonition, like a vision of what was to come, the thing that will hunt them down at the end of the cinematic. That's very strange. And then popping out of the warp hole. Sounds kind of dirty, but yeah, I like how he draws all those particles with it. And just notice how massive a hive city can be. Like you can see the peak of one of the spires just sticking out into outer space. The scale of 40k is insane. And this thing, by the way, as I said before, 1.8 kilometers long. And that's one of the smaller ones. Cruisers, for example, like the Baleful Edict from the Demon Hunter games, are usually around 4 kilometers long. And then we get to like the battleships, the larger battleships, like the Imperial class battleships from Battlefleet Gothics. We're talking about 10 to 15 or sometimes even 20 kilometers long. Like, just stretch the ship as far as you can. And that thing will be coming around. It's just insane. And I think one of the biggest, of course, I would automatically by default go to the Phalanx, the Iron Fist ship. But there's this one also that I learned of not too long ago called the Universe Mass something. Actually, I need to look that up very quick.
Few moments later.
Okay, it's this one. Universe Class Mass Conveyor. This thing can transport up to 500,000 passengers.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure that that is not even the largest thing out there. So those of you who may know of even larger ships, please leave them in the comment section below. Just look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. I would love to see if the possibility presents itself, like we have seen in Vermintide 2. Sometimes we can go in levels that are in the Undercity and at times up some spires that we can actually see the world above. It would be nice. It would be nice if that is also a possibility. For all the levels that have been showcased in the beta are just in the Underhive. And then we're reunited with the 4 characters there, the 4 veterans that we got to see in the very first trailer, who are freaked out but think possibly that they are in the clear and try to open the door. The one on the right is completely done. He can't do it anymore. But BAM! Gets taken away. And I love the flashes of blue light there. It means that he just wanted to get those last few shots, although he was being beaten to a pulp. That's very cool. And one with the last rifle doesn't do a damn thing. And look at that thing. Just like what we saw, at least that one dude saw in his vision of the warp. And getting charged and into death. Yeah. This is a wonderful cinematic, and yeah, I know, I drew a lot of commentary through these very 2.5 minutes, but that's 40k for you. But Darktide is dropping on the 30th of November, but if you have pre-ordered the game like myself and perhaps would like to join me into playing it, I have a Discord open, or will have a Discord open on Monday that you can join in. And yeah, let's have some fun there. That said though, wish you all to have a wonderful day. See you guys in the next one. Bye.